questions I'd like to ask to, suppose, mga guest natin dito, pero wala po sila dito. But let me just, allow me to take off from the line of questioning of Congressman Mujib Hataman. Medyo concerned po talaga kami sa disbursement, Sir Chair. In fact, according to the guidelines, the regular process that is requested is dapat meron talagang SARO, merong NSA released to the LGU by the FBM through the Bangsamoro Treasury Office, Mr. Chair, and I'd like to ask whether COA would confirm that the documents that you have there complied with all of these requirements. Let me just start out from there.
Attorney, before you proceed, nakalimutan ko lang po, I have manifested this and I would like to put in on record once again, and with the, if the members of this committee will join me, for the COMSEC to write an official letter to the chairman of the Land Bank with regards to the query or the request being made by Congressman Flores, if indeed, tama pong sinasabi ni attorney dito. Attorney, you're under oath, ha? Then submit to this committee yung sinasabi kong dokumento. At the same time, I will ask your president, first, second hearing natin, akala ko isang hearing lang to eh. Pero pag ganito tayo dito, baka paulit-ulit tayo dito. Now, I will ask your president, I will not invite him, but I might invite him at the third hearing. I will just ask him with regards to your opinion. See, COMSEC is directed to write a letter to the Chairman of the Land Bank with regards to opinion being made and given by the legal department in the person of Mr. Christopher. COMSEC.
Mr. Chair, do I need to reiterate my question?
Siguro, kasi baka nakataligtaan ni attorney. Please proceed.
Yeah, can you confirm, Mr. Chair, COA, that based on the documents that were sent to you by MFBM, do require or do have already complied with the necessary requirements, say for example, special allotment release order, the SARO, the NCA, before this LGU received this particular amount by a form of to their treasury, no, in a form of the advice is to debit account. Now I would like to jump off to Land Bank. Before Land Bank, can you confirm that?
Yes, Mr. Chair. The NCAs and the SAROs were attached in the fund transfer vouchers.
Okay, thank you. Do you have? I have here a letter submitted to you that this is the list of all local government beneficiaries of fiscal year 2024. Local Government Support Fund. Is this the same document that referenced earlier by Congressman Mujib Hataman? Can you confirm?
Again, sir, no, my answer that the NCAs and the SAROs are attached is, again, no, hindi pa ho tapos yung audit. So, ongoing pa po yung audit. So, I have not 100%. Usually po sa conduct po ng aming audit, we do not do 100% because we are allowed to do sampling. There are allowed techniques in the conduct of the actual audit. So, as of now, sir, I cannot comment that all of the releases, there were attached SAROs or NCAs because, again, sir, I would like to emphasize that the audit of the releases is still ongoing.
Yeah, but okay, thank you. Kasi nakasulat po dito, this is addressed to you, Attorney Hidjara. Ikaw ho ba yun? Attorney Hidjara Mangumpia Said?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Okay, so this is the breakdown of all the LGUs who received certain amount from the LGSF. So I was asking you if all of these LGUs have already complied with the requirement that I have mentioned.
As of now, Mr. Chair, I cannot comment if all of them because, again, the audit is still ongoing. So, based on my initial evaluation pa lang po ng mga fund transfer vouchers na na-evaluate ko po, there were attached NCAs and SAROs along with the documents required for the fund releases.
So, sa makatwid, yung sinubmit po sa inyo ng MFBM ay incomplete, pwede pong sabihin yon.
The latest submission by the MFBM, Mr. Chair, is not complete because only the name of the local government units as well as the amount of releases were included therein.
But as far
But
as
actually, sir, in their submissions, it is attached to the voucher itself. I don't have it with me.
Okay.
But again, no, the audit is still ongoing, so we can confirm that later on.
Yeah, but as far as all this, what date is actually reflected in the document or the report that submitted to you by MFBM? Para alam ko lang kung pareho tayo na binabasa.
Are you referring, Mr. Chair, to the list
Yes.
dated February
Yes.
13?
Oh,
Yes po.
February 13, tama ba?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Okay, so andito po yung listahan lahat. So, do you mean to say that not all of these lists, this breakdown of LGUs have already an attached SARO and NCA?
Mr. Chair,
For the
again,
record, gusto ko lang po
yes
malaman.
po, again, Mr. Chair, I cannot confirm as of now if all of these releases were supported with the SAROs and NCBs. Again, the audit is still ongoing, so I don't want to preempt the conduct of the audit, Mr. Chair.
Okay, so po pwedeng sabihin natin na may mga breakdown dito na hindi pa nakasubmit ng SARO at saka ng NSA or hindi pa nakakomply. Is it safe to assume?
Again, sir,
Coming
no.
from your
I don't want to assume again, sir, because I have not conducted 100% audit of all the releases.
When do we expect your office would be able to audit all of these LGUs, the list of the LGUs that you have submitted to you? Do you have a timeline?
I would like to refer to my supervising auditor, Mr. Chair.
Yes, please.
The timeline should be on or before June 30,
On
because we are also waiting for the audit disposition of the resident auditors.
Yeah. But can we expect, for example, a more expeditious or much faster and quicker auditing process on timeline? Would that be a far-reaching request if we probably appeal to COA to do a more faster auditing process so that we can finally say that all of these listings have already complied, all of the LGUs mentioned here have indeed complied with all the necessary requirements before the ADA is transferred or the land bank would be charged from the treasury of the municipality. May posible po ba 'yon, COA?
We will try our best, Mr. Chair, but again, po, no, the deadline is on June 30, but again, we will try our best to
Thank you.
to complete the validation of the documents.
Thank you. Land Bank, you were listening to they have all ang COA nag-confirm sila that all of these listings ay nabigyan ng as far as they know, majority ay may SARO nag-complied and then for the releases of their ADA. Can you at least confirm to this representation that you had received various ADAs from all throughout BARM this 2025?
Again, Mr. Chair, we apologize, but that would be
Bank secrecy na naman.
secrecy.
Can you at least confirm that they were, kinonfirm na nga ng COA na meron na nga silang listing na merong mga LGUs dito I don't think ang LGUs dito ay sa ibang branch ito. These are an official document. Would you confirm that, COA? This is an official document, right?
Yes, Mr. Chair,
So it's a confirmation from
the ones
MFBM, right?
the list submitted to my office is an official document and duly received by my office.
Oh, see? So can you at least confirm this, Land Bank, na meron talagang na-receive ang various ADAs all throughout the BARM in 2025? It's just a simple question, yes or no?
Absent written confirmation, written permission from the depositors, Mr. Chair, we cannot disclose bank information, deposit information.
So kung halimbawang isubpina namin, itong committee na to, halimbawa, yung mga ang land bank to provide us, hindi rin pwede.
Ito na lang, with the indulgence of, land bank, ito, sa legal ka. But if the COA will let you to comply. Will you
Comply.
comply or not?
There is one of the exceptions to the bank secrecy law is if COA...
No, it's not stated in the bank secrecy law na exempted ng COA.
It's not.
That's the ruling of the Supreme Court. Di ba?
It's
It's a
al-
DOJ case. Tama?
it's also in the government auditing code.
Oh, but that is not in the COA. The COA is exempted. Yun ang pinapalo ng Land Bank.
Yes. COA is the disclosure to COA in connection with its audit function is an exemption to the bank secrecy law as provided for under the government auditing code.
Okay, anyway, pero exempted ang COA. Malinaw.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Anyway, we don't need the...
Anyway, Congressman Zia, ganito po, alam mo, kahit ano pa ang paikot-ikot ito ng Land Bank, pero yung mga specific question, which is, I do believe, that cannot be covered by the bank secrecy law, yun lang po tarya ko, because I can still get all those documents, not from you, but from COA. Kaya nga, sinasabi ko sa iyo, attorney, you're under oath, pinapasabit kita, titingnan ko yung posisyon ng OGCC, kasi malinaw po yun. And I will also communicate with the chairman of the Land Bank. Titingnan natin, if indeed, tama po yung opinion mo. Now, but of course, question of data, I still can get it in the COA. Tama, COA? Attorney, tama po?
Mr. Chair, as long as it is officially submitted to the Office of the Auditor, to the COA itself, and the request complies with the rules on the issuance of the documents being requested by from COA, then I think we can give the documents, as long as it follows the guidelines for providing the copies of
Tama.
the official documents submitted to COA.
Tama.
We have existing guidelines, Mr. Chair.
Congressman Adjo, please proceed. Huwag mo na pilitin yung Land Bank.
Hindi, anyway, kinonfirm naman ng COA yung list na to eh. Gusto ko lang kasi marinig sa Land Bank kung meron talagang na charge ng mga COA, gusto ko lang balik. Would you know, for example, na would you know yung the date of the request, di ba, before they can release the LGSF to LGUs, may sa guidelines nila, they will first accept or require for the submission ng mga special request ng mga LGUs to avail of this assistance. Would you know kung naka-indicate din doon kung when was this date request were made by the LGUs? Would you know?
Based on the documents and records submitted to my office, Mr. Chair, the data for that was not included. The SBRs did not form part of the submission to the Auditor's Office of the Ministry of Finance.
So, hindi nila naka-indicate yung SBRs doon, yung mga special, yung mga request nila. I'm sorry.
Yes po, but I already requested the submission of the SBRs along with the other documentary requirements in written and verbally through a meeting with the management of the Ministry of Finance. And they have agreed to submit all the required documentary requirements.
Thank you, thank you. And can you also submit that once you secure that document para makita po natin? Kasi nasa guidelines po nasa guidelines po nila is ang submission lang ng request shall be entertained shall be on or before December 15, 2024. So we would just like to find out kung if there are succeeding requests made by certain LGUs na passed beyond the deadline set under their guidelines. Thank you, COA. Paki-forward na rin po pag nag-response ang MFBM. Gusto ko lang pong tanungin si Attorney Cyrus Torrena.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Attorney, sinabi mo kanina that there was one particular LGU na dinownloadan ng 30 million. Tama po ba yun?
Sa barangay po, meron kaming nakita sa aming research na 30 million. That is Barangay Kauran, Ampatuan, and Barangay Lipak in Municipality of Pandag. Dalawa pong barangay.
Dalawang barangay, so tagti
Opo.
30 million.
30 million po. And then I tried also to total yung aming na-research kung possible ba na mag-exact ang amount doon kanina sa total na sinabi ng COA, ang total ko kasi dito, sir, is 778,500, which is nag-coincide po sa na-mention kanina ng COA na 1,500,000.
Would you know kung ano yung status po, ano yung classification ng barangay na to? Is it six, ano?
Barangay Lipak,
Yung
it's-
munisipyo,
Municipality of Pandag, it's 6.
sixth class municipality.
Opo. Ang Barangay Ampatuan is 3rd class po.
Okay, kasi nandito rin sa guidelines nila yung appropriate amount of assistance shall not exceed the national tax allotment received by the 6th class municipality. So, ang 30 million ba would naturally exceed already the 6th class municipality status of Pandag?
I'm not too sure on that, Your Honor.
Paano, kaya nga, so 6th class
Well-
municipality, ang pagkakaintindi ko dito, yung 30 million is way above. Sa barangay yun hindi yung munisipyo.
Yes,
Dito,
yes, Your Honor.
munisipyo ang sinasabi. Pero yun, barangay yun, tapos dinawin ng 30 million. I don't
Opo.
think that would qualify for a barangay to receive the 30 million assistance. Kasi nandun mismo sa guidelines nila, hindi dapat mag-exceed ngayong 6th class municipality. So normally, po pwedeng 6th class municipality, I don't know how to compute, but DBM, would you know?
Mr.
Based sa
Chair,
guidelines, how would you interpret this guideline? Ito, guidelines nila ito,
Mr. Chair, as to the guidelines of the Bangsamoro and the interpretation of the level of municipality, I think it would be best po na si BLGF or si DOF yung makasagot dun sa classes of the municipalities po.
Oo.
Thank you po.
Pero wala kayong idea. Hindi, BM?
As
Since you're
to
also part of the preparation of the budget.
budget po ng
Yeah,
BARM,
yeah, kasi we are talking about this status of a munisipyo that corresponds with the assistance according to this it would correspond with the amount of assistance that the LGU should receive as far as the LGSF is concerned, that it should not at least exceed yung classification of 6th class municipalities according to the national tax allotment. So 30 million for a barangay in a 6th class municipality is masyadong mataas yun.
Sir, Mr. Chair, as to the
Wala ko kayong idea.
wisdom of choosing the
In your
amount.
own, sige, sabihin na lang natin in your own previous experience, how would you, for example, classify budgeting sa mga ganitong klaseng 6th class municipalities? With 30 million, in your own opinion, based on the experience that you had, 30 million, would that still constitute a proper amount to receive by a barangay in a 6th class municipality?
Mr. Chair, I'm not in the position to...
I'm just asking your opinion. I'm not your expertise, but as an ordinary, one who is working in the Department of Budget and Management, how long have you been working in the department?
More than 20 years, sir.
See? So at least meron kang idea. Can you at least give us, would you say, okay, ganito na lang para hindi ka, would you say that this is too much for a barangay in a 6th class municipality to receive the LGSF? Sinabi kanina ni na sila pa mismo yung, di ba yung Manong, sila pa yung mag-accountable doon sa budget nila, no? I mean, yung pag-implement, pag-utilize. Would you agree with me? My interpretation medyo mataas. Pondo.
Sir, kasi po yung na-mention po is yung basis is yung NTA po, no? As far as do sa NTA po kasi po, it has several factors po. And it does not, at the moment, as far as my information is, knowledge is concerned, na hindi po kino-consider po do sa computation as to the NTA amount, yung kung 4th or to the 6th municipality po siya.
Yeah, but
Apo.
it's under their guidelines nila, sila nag-set nito eh. But anyway, Mr. Chair, I'd like to I'd like to request that we invite the Department of Finance, Bureau of Local Government Ano, hindi, can you use the microphone para ano? BLGF. Okay. Mr. Chair, for the next committee hearing.
Second.
Hindi, naano ko na, na-move.
Second.
So there's a motion to invite a representative from BLGF, the next hearing, duly seconded. Any objections? The chair is none, the motion is carried. Comsec directed to prepare a letter inviting the representative from BLGF.
Attorney, mayroon ka pa bang alam ng mga munisipyo na magkakapare-pareho ng 30 million or magkakaiba-iba?
Yung 30 million na sinabi ko po, Your Honor, is sa barangay po, yun ang pinaka malaking nakatanggap sa barangay.
But other barangays?
Dalawang barangay po yung 30 million. Yung others is, kasi ang nasa listahan ko po na nakita ko, from 10 million to 30 million po ang bawat barangay. Nag-vary siya, sir.
Mr. Chair, may I ask the Vice Mayor of Cotabato City?
Wala siya, Vice Mayor.
Vice Mayor?
Yes, Honorable.
Vice Mayor, nakatanggap din ho ba ang LGSF ng Cotabato City? Hindi ho ba?
Yes po. As per the evidences na nandito po sa akin ngayon, meron pong na-receive ang LGU Cotabato City.
Paano po pag sa inyong, alimbawa, procurement, hindi ho ba, kasi syempre magpo-procure kayo, hindi ho ba? Kasi nandito sa guidelines sila, ang paggamit ng LGSF is subject to the procurement law, budgeting, etc., di ba? Tama po ba yon?
Yes po.
So pag gagamitin po ninyo yung pondo na dinownload sa inyo sa Cotabato City, normally pag gagamitin yan, kailangan ng city ordinance, hindi ho ba?
Kailangan po ng appropriation ordinance.
Okay. So, doon sa particular na magkano po ba yung na-download sa Cotabato City?
As per the copy that we have received, Mr. Chair, meron pong receive na 150 million pesos last December 20, 2024.
150 million pesos.
Yes
Anong
po.
date po ito na-receive nila? Na-download?
December 20,
2024.
2024.
Isang bagsakan lang to? Or in trans?
Isang bagsakan lang po.
Isang bagsakan.
Yes po.
Nagamit na po ba ito? Portion ng, portion ng 150 million?
As per information, Mr. Chair, meron pong naibid amounting to 75 million pesos last January.
Sinong nag-implement nito? Ang city government?
Hindi po kami aware, Mr. Chair, dahil nga po, meron kaming letter addressed to the executive, but they refused to respond on our letter.
Hindi ba pa bago nila gamitin itong pondo na ito, kailangan nila ng authorization from the SB?
Kailangan po.
Okay, so nag-adapt kayo, being a vice mayor na presiding officer ka ng SB, nag-adapt ba kayo? Would you know? Can you recall that there was an instance where you authorize, for example, the mayor or anybody to procure or utilize or implement these funds?
Hindi po. Pati po yung pag-download ng 150 million pesos noong December 2024, hindi po aware ang Sangguniang Panlungsod.
Okay.
That is why we write a letter addressed to the executive and addressed to the MFBM para po to confirm kung tinanong po namin kung kino-confirm ba nila na meron na i-download na 150 million pesos sa Cotabato City or wala. But wala po silang response dun sa letter namin.
Kailan po ninyo, ano yung sulat na yun? Sinulatan niyo yung MFBM, Mr. Chair?
Yes po, Mr. Chair.
Kailan po yan sinulatan?
Check ko po muna, Mr. Chair.
Can you, Mr. Chair, we'd like to request a copy of that letter para makita po natin paano po yung determination ng MFBM. Kasi mukhang magkakaiba-iba ang binibigay na LGSF na amount. Merong 30 million, 150, may 2 million, may 500. So, hindi uniform yung budgeting. Kaya nga, baka nga talaga, hindi nagmamatter sa kanila yung request ng LGU. In fact, there's also an information that I gather na may mga LGU, may mga barangays na nagsulat sila, hindi sila tatanggap, pero dinownload na pa sila, which is actually a violation of their guidelines. Kasi ang sinasabi sa guidelines, kailangan muna may request, ma-assess ng Chief Minister bago nila downloadan. The reason for that request is para ma-determine kung ano yung klaseng support ang gusto ng LGU. Kasi nakalista po dito, Mr. Chair, yung lahat ng mga menu or program na paggagamitan ng request ng LGU para sa LGSF assistance. So kaya nga po nagtataka kami bakit may 30 million, may 500. Kasi baka nga talaga maski yung hindi nag-request is downloadan ng pondo. So may ano po yung letter na yan? Ano pong sabi ng MFBM? Hindi po sila nag-respond? Vice Mayor?
Hindi po sila nag-respond, Mr. Chair. And sinulatan po namin sila last January 23, 2025. But until now, wala pa pong response from them.
Mr. Chair, we request a copy of that letter so that the committee may appreciate kung ano yung content ng letter. Na gusto ko lang tanungin si Vice ang COA. COA? Madam COA, Attorney? Attorney, ito po yung
Pardon, Your Honor.
Yes, yung sa guidelines po nila, no, tawag dito, pag-implement ng mga projects na to. Kasi ang sabi po sa guidelines, subject sa RA 9184, yung procurement law, yung auditing processes ng COA. Pag ang isang LGU dinownloadan at walang authorization, yung mayor, halimbawa, or LCE, para gamitin itong pondo na to, kasi that would also be the basis for their bids, competitive bids and awards committee para mag-operate, hindi ba? Would that be a clear violation, COA? That there was indeed a grave abuse of discretion na hindi nila kailangan ng ginamit nilang pondo without even requiring the SB to pass an ordinance?
Again, Mr. Chair, no, I am not in position to comment on that. Kasi
No,
again,
I'm just in theory. I'm not asking you about the specific Cotabato City case. I'm asking you in theory.
So in theory, Mr. Chair, if there will be violations of RA 9184, by the way po, no, effective na po yung bagong procurement law. It's RA 12009. So if there will be violation of the new procurement law, then it's clear, sir, that kung hindi po na-follow yung provisions ng bagong procurement law po natin, there's a violation, sir. Nandun naman po yun sa batas.
Pag sinabi po dun sa guidelines na kailangan nila itong reference about the reference doon sa procurement law, ano bang the requirements sa procurement law? Hindi ba kailangan, for example, the LCU, before they can actually implement and utilize the funds, they need an ordinance from the SB? Hindi ho ba tama yun?
There is no mention of an ordinance in the guidelines, sir. So ang nakalagay lang po dito
kasi
sa
ang reference nila is procurement law eh.
Yes, sir. Ang nakalagay lang po sa guideline, let me just emphasize po, ang nakalagay lang po sa Bangsamoro Budget Circular 2024-010 is that in the implementation and utilization of the LGSF fund, it has to comply with the provisions of RA 9184. Then yung pong provisions ng RA 9184, it is deemed read in the provisions of the Budget Circular.
So do you mean to say that there's certain special arrangement when it comes to utilization of LGSF simply because the guidelines does not mention anything about that? And
No,
then
Mr. Chair. Let me just clarify po again, no. The circular mentions na mag-a-apply po yung RA 9184. So, meaning to say po, yung provisions ng RA 9184, now the new procurement law, the RA 12009, it is deemed read on the, kumbaga sir, parang implied na po siya na it has to be complied by the local government units in their implementation of the project which is sourced from the LGSF fund.
Anyway, Mr. Chair, I think COA is not, in a way, when it comes to the releases and implementation of this LGSF, they're not competent to answer these questions simply because their only concern, according to you, is the releases. Diba?
Yes, Mr. Chair, insofar as the MFBM is concerned, as the auditor of the MFBM is concerned,
Okay.
my jurisdiction is only on the releases of the funds.
Hopefully, Mr. Chair, by next time that we can secure, we really need to secure the participation and attendance of all those invited guests from the BARM. Kasi mukhang wala talaga tayong matatapos dito without their participation. Ang Land Bank, they are invoking the Land Bank secrecy law. Ang COA, ang sinasabi nila, their only concern is the releases of the funds. So how would we be able to know exactly what happened and how the LGSF funds were actually utilized and released? So I think, Mr. Chair, it is incumbent upon this committee to make sure that all the invited guests from BARM should attend at the very least by Zoom kung ayaw nila ng physical presence, Mr. Chair, in the next committee hearing. I have several questions I'd like to ask, Mr. Chair, pero hindi competent ang mga guests na nandito, Mr. to answer this question.
Anyway, are you done?
Yes,